And I'm sorry, Bubba, that you don't know proper English. That must really suck. Hey, Nancy. Name checks out. They don't understand that, Rosie. They don't. They don't know how to understand that one. Hey, Xavier. Thanks, Pablo. Hey, Kumar. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Nick. Hey, Christina. And English is still failing you, Bubba. Listen, Jocular, if you can be in the comment sections of like both at the same time, you would understand. This is just for everybody that can see this on the TikTok streets. Thank you, David, for becoming a paid member. I appreciate that so much. We'll put this up here. Boo boo boo. I want you guys to understand how people don't know what was passed. Just putting that up there just to point it out. It's really funny. I hope you enjoyed your 5 seconds. Hi, Emily. Okay. Hi. Oof. Here we go. All right, and Gabby, I hope you were there yesterday. I think you're the same Gabby that sent the chat up and that I put on screen. I think it's you. Hey, Jody. And if I'm right, I hope you were still watching yesterday. Oh no. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
You talking on your stream, bro? You can
Y'all are so boring when you do stuff like that. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Of course, Jody. GPU? Oh, thanks, Paul. If I'm being honest, Jocular, I don't know what you're saying in your comment. But I'm just weird, so. And shouldn't kids be like, I don't know, at least playing video games or something on Saturday afternoon? Like, why are they still trying to harass me on a phone? Oh. Gotcha. Well, 8 years is pretty good, I think, in a computer, right? Yeah. I'm not good at computer stuff, if I'm being honest. I just bought this pretty one. No, of course not, Chris. I'm saying kids at 2 o'clock, if they're not going to be outside, should be playing video games instead of calling me. They're weird. You know? Well, Lindy, you should be good today. We shouldn't have that much of a crossover. Like, we should be good. Ancient and GP, yeah, that is true. Until today. Were you able to buy a new one, or did you have to order a new one? Yeah. Guys, go ahead and just, like, send your heart me's already. Let's go ahead and clear this out real quick. That's funny. We'll find out. I doubt he'll accept the request, Emily. But we'll find out. It comes in today. Good. Hopefully. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
The contortion of the fucking mousetrap she had made in the room.
Do they never get tired of like pranking or whatever? Well, thanks, Gabby. I try to stay on topic. I don't know. The kid is having issues with mousetraps. I don't know what his issue is. Oh, yeah, no, for real, Gabby. I understand that one. The blatant xenophobia in the chat, though, is always ludicrous. It's always bonkers, y'all. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, thanks, Nancy.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
When were you born?
Oh.
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Nobody listen. I just want to say I'm gonna give you a.
Nope. Don't know what that was, but it ain't happening. You don't. Selgain. You don't. That's good. Yo in the comments. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Start digging in your butt.
I don't understand what's wrong with kids nowadays. You know what I was doing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I was a kid? I was outside playing games. I was doing chores at home. Or I was playing video games. All of the above are acceptable. I wasn't scrolling YouTube and then calling random people. Like, what are parents doing nowadays? Oh, Nancy, thank you for sending out 2 subscriptions, and thank you so much for resubscribing. I do appreciate that so much. Street kickball, yeah, like, kick the can. Do you guys not have bicycles anymore? Like, my nephew would be playing video games. Or he would be riding a bike right now. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Have some kind of, like, go outside, do something. Be an active child. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, Ollie and me. Did they bully Bubblegin?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
How old are you?
I am 20.
When were you born?
2005.
Okay, perfect. Oh, and thank you, Romeo, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. All right, did you vote for Trump?
No, but I'm pretty sure my parents did. That's actually kind of part of the reason I called.
Okay, did you have a question?
Yeah, so every time I go over and talk to them about what I'm concerned with, because they're trying to get me to move with them down to Texas.
Oof.
And I try to explain to them, I don't think that's a good idea because I'm gay and I'm concerned that I'm going to become like the victim of a hate crime or something down there, especially considering recent events. And every time I mention that to them, it's basically the same thing, like, oh, well, your sister down there has gay friends and they're fine.
It's always the friends, yeah?
I don't know much about the friends. All I know is that my sister has some, but that's kind of their excuse for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would, so, like, I mean, I personally, if you can be fine on your own in whichever state you're in, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm living by myself right now. I'm just
There you go.
struggling right now because the economy up here kind of sucks. Scraping by.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I would definitely say, like, I would definitely recommend anybody, just not, if you can avoid it, moving to an extremely red state like Texas. Here's a fun fact that a lot of people don't know. I just recently learned this, okay? The state of Texas has no term limits on the governor.
Oh, great.
Yep. It's a very interesting random fact. I don't know why I learn random things. But yeah, there are no term limits on governor in Texas. And I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that explains a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you suggest I do to maybe try to get them to see my side of things?
Honestly.
But maybe they'll get off my back about it? Because I've explained to them like multiple times. They're like, oh, that's all bullcrap or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, Jody. So in my opinion, what I would say is I would just tell them you're comfortable where you're at. I wouldn't even try to argue with them about why you shouldn't move to Texas. Just make it clear you're comfortable where you're at.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I know that sucks, but fortunately, I also have parents that voted that way, and I just
Yeah.
there's no reasoning to a degree.
Yeah, it's kind of like talking to a wall.
Yeah. Well, all right, man.
Well,
I hope things get better.
Yeah, thank you again.
Of course.
Yeah, that was actually really helpful.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
You have a great day.
You too. Bye. Hi, Pinwheel. Right thumbs? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's fine. We'll go over some news. There's been a bunch of stuff happening today. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
How old are you?
30.
All right. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, Trump's the best.
Thank you, Gabby, for becoming a member. Okay. You still support Trump?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because he's off.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Yes, average. How are you?
Great.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
When were you born?
Sorry, I gotta see. 07.
So you didn't vote in this election. Got it. Thank you. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Okay, that's fine. Like I said, guys, I can always read over some stuff. Hey, that's not the link that I had. Oh, I forget that it does it differently. Alright. Yeah. Open this up. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
How old are you?
40.
You good, bro?
Why don't you like Trump?
Let's see. Last call you were 30, now you're 40. So are you good?
Who cares? Why don't you like Trump?
Sure, I don't like a president that goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. I don't like a president that talks about annexing our neighbor Canada. I don't like a president that talks about buying another country known as Greenland or, quote, taking back the Panama Canal after it was given to them with congressional approval. Give it back to them because military occupation there was causing riots to break out. Hope that answers your question. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm alright. I just want to say I have a big penis. I can suck my own cock.
Good for you. Also, weird kids. People are not okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh my goodness, did I actually make it?
You did.
I just want to say I think you're amazing. I love how interactive your lives are. It's so engaging. I'm just very impressed with you as a person. So
Oh.
I wish you nothing but greatness. I kind of even thinking like the whole concept of like, yeah, it's like calling if you don't support Trump or whatever, but you can kind of like swing this in so many other ways. And I just think it's so awesome that you have this kind of like open dialogue directly with your viewers, and you're like very open to not only like not argue with them, but like kind of show them your side and listen to their side, and then obviously prove them wrong when you have the merits to. So again, I can't believe that I just got on.
You did. Well, I do appreciate that, and thank you so much.
And you have a great day. And
You too.
Bye, live.
Bye. Okay. For the other person, you can call right back that I just missed. While we wait, we'll just go over this real quick. Let me see. There it is. Sorry to get... Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm still playing, but
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 40, and no, I didn't vote for Trump, so that's,
Well, I appreciate that, man, but I'm just looking
okay.
for Trump voters and supporters.
yeah, I just wanted to call to raise awareness to something he's doing in my state. I don't know if anybody's aware, but a bunch of people in Edison, New Jersey were rounded up, and they were hogtied with plastic zip ties at their place of work, and treated like complete garbage by ICE. So I just want people to be aware of what's going on around the country and what Trump is doing. So in case any people who do support him know how vile he is. So
Well, I appreciate that, man, and stay safe. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
yeah, I like to order large pizza and Diet Coke with breadsticks.
Okay. Have fun with that. All right, anyways, so I was reading this, right? Let me move it just a little bit. There we go. So this is for all the people that say Donald Trump makes everyone respect him. They don't. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? China's President Xi makes Trump wait for leader talks. Ooh. Let's see. I don't know what that video is. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
How old are you?
27.
All right. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you still support him?
Yes, I do.
All right. What's the main reason you still support Trump?
Out of the 5 deportation policies, mass deportation seems to be going pretty well.
All right. So are you for deporting legal immigrants?
No.
Okay, because that's part of what's happening with this mass deportation policy, is that they're revoking the status that people have in order to make them illegal to satisfy voters such as yourself that wanted this mass deportation. And so legal residents that were allowed to be here, legal status migrants that were allowed to be here, are now being picked up and deported, even though they're following the proper steps and procedures.
Oh, really? Could you show me a source where a legal immigrant was actually revoked his or her status?
Yeah, Mahmoud
That
Khalil.
they did not. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
Mahmoud
I'm
Khalil.
curious. Can you
Here
repeat
on a
that one more time? I'm
student,
sorry.
Mahmoud Khalil. He was here on a
No,
student
I
visa.
didn't ask for a name. I didn't ask for a name. I asked for a source to verify this.
Oh, okay.
Because all these people you're saying that got quote unquote revoked their legal status, it's just false.
Oh, it's false?
No, I didn't say there were errors. That's one thing I'll agree with you. There are errors happening, but for you to say, I don't know exactly how you framed it, but majority, minority, most of them. I don't know if you think most of them are getting revoked their status, or I don't understand your position. Did you say most of them, or just a small?
No,
fraction
I
of
didn't
them?
say most of them, sir. I asked if you were supporting legal migration and if you supported legal immigrants being deported from the country, to which you said no, you don't support them to being picked up, detained, and deported. So when I'm giving you, I'm explaining to you that they are revoking, I didn't say most, I said they are revoking some, right? Legal status in order to deport them. So there's also the example of the fact that Donald Trump has tried to take away the TPS status of Haitian immigrants in Illinois. That's currently in review by the court system because he can't just do a mass TPS revocation like that when they haven't done anything wrong, right? And not to mention the individuals in, oh wait, no, that's Ohio. Sorry, not Illinois, Ohio. The individuals in Ohio, they were asked to be there.
Okay, understood. Again, I never read anything online from an official source that's verified that says that these legal immigrants were revoked their status. Anything involving that, as far as I'm aware, because they were here past their extension. So, again, you have a source that can verify that for me. And again, I did also state in the beginning, there are some errors happening, but for you to say some of these people are getting revoked statuses for out of the blue, just false.
Sure. I mean, you can keep saying that they're just false. But let's see. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so BBC. Are you familiar with the BBC?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. So Supreme Court allows Trump to revoke legal status for 500,000 migrants. So yes, it's being done through the proper framework in this case where the Supreme Court is allowing it. But the point is that they're still revoking legal status. So people that came here the right way, which everyone is saying that everybody needs to do in order to, in fact, delete them. Sorry, not delete, deport. I said the wrong word. No worries.
So your source is BBC that says the Supreme Court gave Trump access to revoking 5,000 immigrant statuses that are legally?
Yes, I did. I did not lie.
Okay, so kind of different than what your original position was. But,
no, it's still no. My original position was the State Department and the Trump administration are revoking the status of immigrants in order to make them illegal to deport them to meet his mass deportation promise that he made to individuals such as yourself. It's still a point of fact.
At first, you did say Trump. Now you're saying the state administration as well. I just want to clarify that. So that's what was a little misconstrued.
Okay, so let's read this again. Supreme Court allows Trump to revoke legal status for 500,000 migrants.
500,000?
Yeah.
And this is according to okay. So, and has he done all 500,000?
No.
Okay.
No, they haven't all been picked up yet, but the point is they still revoke the status of legal immigrants that came here and were here on legal status.
Yeah, again, the Supreme Court gave them that jurisdiction.
I'm aware. So I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm just clarifying, so I don't understand where your justification is on this. It makes kind of...
Which part are you not understanding? I thought
No,
I made
I'd
my
like.
statement very clear that I personally do not agree with the United States, like, right, the government, so Trump and his administration revoking status of legal migrants in order to make them illegal to satisfy voters such as yourself. I even made a whole statement with you where we clarified that you don't agree with deporting immigrants with legal status.
Okay, yeah, you did say that.
I did.
Again, that's why I was misled by your question because you did
It's not a
actually at the very
misleading
beginning. You did say,
question.
no, you did say Trump in the very beginning, and now you said the State Department. So you added that in
They're
there as another
both
description
Trump and
to
his
your claim. So,
administration. The State Department is the one that's at the end of the day responsible for signing the order signing the individual papers saying that we're revoking the individual status. Like, so they go hand in hand, sir. I don't understand why you don't get that.
no, I get that. Yeah, 500,000.
Oh, okay.
I said double check. Migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela under CHN humanitarian parole. So, yeah, I agree with that. And
Yeah, parolee status is a legal status for any immigrant. Do you know what the other legal statuses for immigrants are?
not off the top of my head, no.
Gotcha.
Again, I made a claim. I still stand by it. Like the Trump administration canceled the parole program, as far as I know, because they were citing fraud and job competition policies.
Oh, they didn't cancel it, sir. We're literally bringing over South Afrikaners on parolee programs.
I don't believe that was in the parolee program, actually. No.
Oh, no, they can come over as a refugee and then qualify as a parolee. Like,
yeah,
those two programs run.
The parolee program.
They run together because you have to apply for the parolee program in order to get Social Security, and since a lot of them are coming over here that are old, they can apply for Social Security.
Okay. Yeah, again, I stand with his decision, and I don't think it's solely his decision. I think there's a lot more hands in the bucket.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, it's literally on the day he took office, Trump signed an executive order directing the Department of Homeland Security to get rid of parole programs.
Yeah,
so that is him. He literally signed an executive order saying, do this thing. Not just people working for him. It was literally him individually, as an individual, signed this order and said, let's do this thing.
Okay, fair enough. I guess my only question at that point is he doing it legally for the 500,000?
In theory.
It's really not a theoretical question, but I mean,
no, in theory, we have evidence that he did that ICE detained somebody and they broke his ankle, the part of the detention process, even though he didn't resist arrest. So, like, that's when you say legally, in theory.
Okay, well, that's why I'm asking you legally. It's just a yes or no. The 500,000 migrants you're speaking of specifically, via the Supreme Court, it gave him the jurisdiction to do so. Is he within legal grounds? Yes or no?
Not if ICE is actively also hurting people as they're being detained. So that's why I said it's not a yes or no answer. It's a gray area.
It's a gray area. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I support Trump. So.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I mean, I could internally critique you if I could just ask one question. If Biden was still running theoretically, since you're going to ask a theoretical,
I didn't ask a theoretical.
Okay, you're right. You're correct. You framed it theoretically. You did not ask. You're correct. But would you still have voted for Biden if he was?
I'm not here to rehash or relitigate the results or the part of the 2024 election, sir.
Okay, you're only here specifically to talk about Trump, but if I do an internal critique on you, you don't want to answer any questions.
An internal critique?
Yeah, I was just going to see if you logically follow, because I was going to say something based on, your answer, but I just wanted to see what your answer was.
So that's not an internal critique.
I mean, if you answer the question, I can kind of go down that road.
Not.
But if you don't want to, it's fine. I understand. Okay.
I don't think you understand what an internal critique is.
Okay. I think you're just kind of pivoting now because you don't want to answer my question.
It's not a pivot. It's actually I'm directly responding to the verbiage that you're using. That's not a pivot. You also don't know
Yeah,
what a pivot is. A pivot would be is if like what you just did, where we were talking about migration, then you're like, yeah, that's all I voted for. But now if I can ask you, like, do an internal critique on you, that is actually a pivot. So you pivoted first.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
pivot at all. Me saying that it's irrelevant and you don't understand the words that you are using, that's your personal issue.
It would have been a pivot if you had asked
It's
me
not a
something, but you were
pivot.
sitting there quiet for 5 seconds. So what do you want me to do? I'm
No,
trying to
yours
start
was all in the same sentence. It's okay.
Okay, so now you want to try and change the descriptor, but okay.
It's not. You still don't understand the words that you're using.
Oh, really? I don't.
You don't.
And you do.
Yeah.
Yep. So again, you can answer my question. Would you still have voted for Biden or no?
No, I probably would have voted third party.
You would have written in Bernie Sanders or some shit?
No. Do you know how many states recognize write-in candidates?
Yeah, that's kind of a rhetorical question, a little joke, but
No, I mean, but my question is entirely serious when you're talking about write-in candidates. Do you know how many states recognize write-in candidates?
yes,
How many?
all of them.
Wrong.
Nope, every single state allows it, so I don't know what you're talking
No,
about there.
I said recognizes.
Oh, I apologize.
Recognizes.
I don't know how many recognizes. I misheard your question. I apologize. I don't know how many recognizes it, but I do know every state allows it. So.
Yeah, no, there's some states don't even have a spot on the ballot for write-in candidates. You would have to write it in yourself. Like, dude, like, you don't know enough at all. And I put the answer on the screen for everybody. So, like, as long as they know how to count fingers, they know how to know. Yeah.
Yeah, so you would have.
He
You would
doesn't.
have written in though. Okay.
No.
So you would have written in.
Again, do you not know what a... Do you know what a third-party candidate is, sir?
Yeah, I'm just clarifying your position because you said you would not have voted for Biden and you would have written in a separate candidate.
I
correct?
didn't say written in. No, I said I would have voted third party. What's a third-party candidate, sir?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry,
don't
your
know, why don't you tell me?
comprehension is lacking. I'm just saying. At that point, your comprehension is lacking. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
How old are you? Took too long. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
I voted for him, yeah,
Do you still support Trump?
I do.
What is your main reason for still supporting Trump?
Because he's an American hero. Well, why don't you support him? Well, why don't you support him?
I don't support a president that violates articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. I don't support a president that talks about annexing our neighbor Canada. I also don't support a president that talks about purchasing another country known as Greenland or, quote, taking back the Panama Canal that was rightfully given back to the country of Panama in 1999 by an act of Congress after riots broke out due to our military occupation. Which one of those would you like to address? I can go through each one.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, Trump's a hero. Stop whining.
Aw, poor baby. Doesn't know what he voted for. Can't even, Also, by the way, thank you guys for the chats. I didn't have a chance to really read them. Texas said, keep up the good work. I will try. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? And thank you, Adam, for the 5.
Hey, first of all, hold on, wait. Shout out Florida. From Florida.
How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
Cool. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did. In fact, I did.
Do you still support him?
I do, in fact, still support him. I think his ideals are a great head fast for America, in fact.
Hold on one second. Jay, stick around. I will address your chat after this caller, so stick around. Okay,
All
so explain what you were He's a what for America?
He's a great standpoint. Like, he makes a good foundation for America,
In
as
what
far as I'm
way?
concerned.
In like what foundational standpoint are we looking for here?
He like leads America in a good future. You know what I mean? Like, we got a good narrow path. Is all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so how do you know that he's good for the future unless like are you able to tell the future?
Nah, I'm just like thinking in a good way about America right now.
Do you think it's good for the President of the United States to try to strong arm or pressure the head of the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates? When the head of the Federal Reserve, their job is to look at long-term effects on if they lower interest rates. And they've
Yes.
already stated why they won't lower it very clearly.
Yes.
So you think it's a good idea that Donald Trump is pressuring them, which is looking at the short term and not the long term?
Yes. The way I think about that is like, you know how you put your finger in a hose to like get that stain out of a bucket? He's putting that pressure on the hose so he can get that mud off the bucket. You know what I mean? Just got to think about it in the long term.
No, sir. That is short-term thinking. So what actual would be long-term thinking here is trying to think of how to not get mud in a bucket ever again. How do you avoid getting that mud in the bucket ever again? That would be long-term thinking. The short-term thinking is getting the mud out of the bucket immediately. That's actually short-term thinking, sir. That wasn't analogous to what you were trying to use it as. That's short term. Long term would be thinking, how do I prevent mud getting in this bucket or where to the point where it's stuck, where I have to do this again?
Got it.
Yeah, so
what
thank
he's
you
doing
for
is
proving,
wrong.
yes, he's doing short term thinking. The Fed is responsible for, and mind you, Jerome Powell is his pick, right? Even though Donald Trump seems to have a memory loss about it because he went out on stage and said, I don't know who put this guy in office, forgetting that he's the one that appointed him in 2017.
Okay,
It's literally his
got it.
job to evaluate the economy, the inflation, and unemployment, and all of those come together for him to evaluate whether or not to lower or increase interest rates at the federal level. Decreasing them right now after he's already explained why he shouldn't and why he won't, and explain the economic detriment that it could have in the long term, is why the president should never pressure a head of another agency to do something to meet his short-term needs.
Got it. Okay. But personally, I think what he's doing with the illegals is actually pretty sick, in my opinion.
Okay, that's good.
Literally, I think that what he's doing with the illegals by putting them out of our country is amazing. I don't think the way that he's doing it is amazing. I think that they're using a little too much external force, you know what I mean? But, you know, you get what you get. You get what you get.
You mean like us paying money to other countries in order for them to house people that aren't even criminals?
Most of them are criminals. I mean,
They're not actually.
they're eating dogs. They're eating the cats.
Thank you for getting someone's bingo board.
Of course. I'm here to speak the truth.
That's not truth, man. That's just a bingo. That's a bingo square, guys. I know it's up there. Yeah, it's a daub. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Marcia. Oh man. They're not though. Like the only evidence that we had of anyone eating a pet was literally an American citizen that was born in Canton, Ohio, that was having a mental break.
Get out of it.
You good,
I
bro?
mean, wasn't there like something in Colorado where like a bunch of illegals were you know, just dispersing the illegal drugs along with like in their vicinity.
Yeah, American citizens do that too.
Yeah, I
So,
know, but we got jails for that. Why don't they just go do that over there where they belong? No offense or anything, but like
all right, you're not
you know
real.
what I
Thank
mean.
you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. How old are you?
30.
Cool. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right. Do you still support him?
Yeah, so here's a few things. So I actually have friends that work in the White House.
Well,
I
if
used to work
I
for.
don't care about your anecdotal stories, but I was sorry. I promised Jay that I would address one of his super chats real quick. Do you mind if I do that real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. All right. So Jay said, I respect your opinion, but there are more important things we should worry about: mental health, physical health, our families, and many other situations we encounter. Politics isn't a healthy choice, in his opinion. Let's focus on us. So, Jay, I do respect your opinion 100%. I am a strong advocate for mental health, physical health. Therapy, I think everybody should be in therapy. That's not a bad thing. It's not a dirty word. Physical health is also important. Even if you're just walking around just outside your house every day, that's very important. I do all of these things. I do respect your opinion, Jay. I'm also only on for 2 hours every day. So, but yes, those things are all important. Unfortunately, we never see politicians push for mental health or physical health awareness enough. All right, and the rest of the chats I will get to after this caller. We're going to leave that up for a moment. Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry. What was your main reason for still supporting Trump?
Yeah, so I think, first of all, I appreciate you doing stuff like this. I think, it's actually good to have dialogue from both sides. I think I just opened up YouTube and I was like, oh, this is interesting, because I feel like there's a lot of things that could be said, and a lot of things that might be left out. So I think things come down to a drawing board, right? When you look at everything, when you look at, right now, I don't know if why you're not talking about it, how Obama was actually a part of the Russia collusion. When you look at how the media, there was even a Harvard study, but I'm not going to give Harvard any credit. There's just a lot of things on the misconception and like the media and the control, like the Tonight Show that was just canceled. Why didn't Jay Leno and those get canceled? Because they favored both sides. But when you really want to get down to things,
thank you for the bingo square.
What would be better for America? Like, imagine Kamala Harris being president right now. Would she have had all these deals for the economy? Like, all Trump cares about right now is fixing the economy, because he knows he's probably only got like 10 years to live, depending on his health and stuff like that, and he wants to go down as helping the economy. He's not perfect. Look, there was good things about Obama. I liked what Obama did in the military. I come from a military family. But at the end of the day, why do I support Trump, to answer your question? Because he's America first. He's strong. He doesn't support delusion. And a lot of, here's the biggest thing. Look at the last campaign. Obama was lying to thousands of people in the audience, saying that Trump said there's the good people on both sides. He knew he was lying, because
that actually was a quote directly from Trump. He said, and I believe there are good people on both sides.
I will actually bet you $10,000 right now that if you actually go to the video, the full 5-minute video, I encourage anyone to look up the full 5-minute video. Trump said, and I'm not talking about white neo-nationalists, but Biden and Obama ran on that because people don't do their research.
No, dude, I never made the claim. I never made the claim that he was talking about YT nationalists. I made it very clear that those words actually did come out of his mouth. Were there additional context that needed to be included? Absolutely. But I'm saying he did in fact say those words, so that by itself is not a lie in any way, shape, or form. It's also very interesting that you would start off by even speaking speaking an entire conspiracy theory that's been drawn up and perpetrated by the Republican Party that's in office right now. And it's very funny to even make a claim. And by the way, TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. To even make the claim that somehow Obama was a part of the Russian collusion, when Obama's the one that formed the team that looked into it, spearheaded, by the way, by Marco Rubio, who, can you remind me what Marco Rubio's position is right now? Really quickly. What is Marco Rubio's position right now?
Okay, no.
What is his position in Donald Trump's cabinet? What is his position in Donald Trump's cabinet?
You're trying to change the subject, and we can get to that at
I'm
some
not.
point, but
I'm literally addressing your claim. All right.
there's so no. You know
Okay,
what? Look,
if you can't answer, okay, I got it. I understand. Hey, Rox Fox. So Marco Rubio's position currently is Secretary of State. All right. So now when we actually look at it, and he's the one that even said it, right, that this was a very bipartisan investigation that was run in regards to the Russian collusion, and they found no direct evidence that it had any effect on the actual votes.
It's
and
still
considering
undergoing.
No, the report's been released, sir. The report has been released for a long time. It's not something that's brand new. It's just something that's brand new to the person in office who seems to forget that things actually happen.
It's a conspiracy,
Do
like
you
the Hunter
support-
Biden laptop.
Dude, yeah. Guys, I keep forgetting. I don't think I told Jocular to put that on the bingo board, but it should have been Biden's laptop. Should have been on there. I keep forgetting that Hunter Biden's laptop, okay, it held the secrets to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. It held the secrets for world peace all around, how to stop Russia from invading other countries. It held the secrets to the lowest gas prices that we would ever had. It also held the secrets to clean energy for the world, so we would never have to actually ever spend a drop on non-renewable resources in the world. Okay, I forget that TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. I forget that all of these things were on Biden's laptop, and the most important thing that was shown by MTG was a dick pic in front of Congress. Got it.
What I'm trying to paint here is of just on the drawing board
is an
about
entire
all the
conspiracy theory.
The media,
you
the
literally
media,
failing
please,
the
'cause
obstacle course. You literally failing the obstacle course.
I have actually.
You failed the obstacle course.
Okay, there's
it's
a lot of stuff you don't know about my career, and I'm not going to say it. But
no,
like,
I don't need to
have
hear
scaled
anything, dude.
YouTube
You're
channels, over millions of subscribers for politicians, and I know I have.
I'm sure
you
haven't.
Hundreds of hours of information.
I'm sure
and
you
I'm
haven't.
just trying to paint a picture that when it comes to Trump,
yeah. So do you support
Harris,
political violence?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so then why the heck do you support...
On either side,
why the
not.
heck, and neither do I, why the heck are you supporting a conspiracy theory being perpetrated, or, purported by the current sitting president that has caused for unalivement threats to be made on former President Obama? Can you explain why it's okay for the sitting president to start a conspiracy theory that has now resulted in unalivement threats for a former president?
Oh, I'm not. Are you talking about like recently? I haven't heard about that.
Yes, sir. So the very thing that you just spoke about, Obama's a part of the Russian collusion. This has literally, in calling him treasonous, this has all resulted in unalivement threats being placed against former President Obama because of the acting sitting president, Donald Trump, and his team and his administration. Are you not like... I understand that you live in right-wing media. I understand that you live within right-wing media, and perhaps you need to get out of it.
Again, I've been in media and I've seen both sides of it.
No. Give me an example of a center-leaning source then.
a center-leaning. I mean, RFK. I would say it depends on where you want to go. I mean, like
RFK isn't a source. Okay, let's try this again. Give me RFK center leaning, guys. Now, oh my God. Okay, RFK needs to be on the bingo board too. Jocular, I hope you're listening and you're taking notes. Anyways, okay, a news source, sir, a news organization, Give me an example of a center leaning source.
When it comes to media sources, whether left and right, the issue is both are trying to fit a narrative. When I was working in media,
you just don't know.
Well, no, I'm going to give you an example because I actually am at a point now where I see both sides, and I actually just follow specific people. I follow Dave Rubin. Everything he says is 100%. He's incredible. Yeah.
I'm done with that. Wow. Holy tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. No, AP News is left leaning. Just so we all are aware. Like, I'm going to be very clear. AP News is left leaning. Reuters, however, is considered a center leaning news source. That was holy Batman. Oh, whew. Okay, we got some stuff going on there. Okay. Wendell, thank you so much. I'm going to read a few of these chats real quick before we hopefully move on to... I don't even know who that is, Dan, if I'm being honest. Before we move on to the next caller. Wendell said, I would be remiss if I didn't chime in to support your intelligent as being one of the most knowledgeable and effective content creators that I've had the opportunity to engage. Thank you so much. And thank you, Wendell, for the $10. Your support means a lot. Jay, you're not a bad person. Jay says, maybe I'm a bad person, but I don't care who is president. As long as I can still run my business, travel the world, and feed my dogs, I don't care. I just mind my own business, worry about my immediate circle. I wouldn't call you a bad person. I would say that you have selfish tendencies. However, not everyone has or wants to have the capacity to get deeply involved in politics in any way, shape, or form. So I understand what you're saying. So if that's how you feel about your worldview, that's perfectly cool. Also, guys, where are my mods in the chat? Anyways, Jay also said, ketchup and pickles don't belong on hamburgers. Same with hot dogs. That should be a food safety violation. They throw the flavors way off. Oh, on this side, Megan. You're on the right side. I'm aware of that. Okay. And Michael also said they found the cat for the guy that was like, they're eating the cats and the dogs. The cat was in the garage. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18.
When were you born?
2005.
Nope, that would be 20, sir. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Thank you, Jake. How old are you?
33.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
I do.
What's your main reason why?
Main reason why is probably for like women's rights, abortion things, gun laws, immigration. Just kind of lines up.
Okay, real quickly. Chat, let's get up to 50,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. We should have already hit that. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're driving the likes up on TikTok. Appreciate that. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Women's rights. What specifically did Donald Trump campaign on that was in support of women's rights? Because I really didn't ask you why you voted for him. I asked why you supported him, but hey.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear the last part of what you said. It broke up a little bit.
What did Donald Trump campaign on to support women's rights?
Campaigning on women's rights. It says more of abortion rights and the rights for the unborn child.
That's...
I guess I should have said. which is women's rights. You know,
So wait, are we saying that every fetus is a woman?
50-50.
It's not even 50.
Of being born a boy or a girl. There's only 2 of those, aren't they? So wouldn't that make it 50-50?
No. Thank you, Chris, for the $2. Said the best agent in the game. Appreciate you. Thanks, Chris. All right. No. So let me guess. Do you consider yourself pro-life?
Yes.
Do you support free healthcare for all kids under the age of 18?
Free health care for all kids under the age of 18.
Yep, 18 and under, all healthcare. Okay, so that's a no. Got it. All right, so how about free school lunches?
Free school lunches in public schools. I'm pretty sure
All schools.
most,
All schools for up to 12th grade. So, like, all the primary schools.
correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that already taken care of in most public schools?
It's not. I said for all
It's not.
students, right? So all students.
Oh.
Free school lunches for every single student in every single pre-K through 12 school. Like, I don't care what grade.
I'd say if they meet the correct qualifications.
Got it. So it
for
has
that,
it has stipulations. Got it. Are
Yeah.
you for or against of the death penalty?
For the death penalty.
For the death penalty. Got it.
Well, that one's tricky. It's hard to say on that because, you know, forensics and stuff. It's hard to put somebody to death. It's hard to say. Don't want to be 100% on that. But anyway, continue to keep making your point.
No, I mean, you've made it for me. You're not pro-life.
I don't see how that correlates.
Oh, you don't see? Or are you choosing to be willfully ignorant of the facts?
Please enlighten me.
Cool. So if you were actually pro-life, you would support all life even after it was born. So, and if specifically if you're for the kids, like you're for protecting children, then you would also be for supporting children up to at least up to the age of 18. I would honestly say up until they're 20 because they're still technically teens, right? Teen is still after 8 is at the end of 18 and 19, right? Up until they're 20, I would say that they should get these things, right? So we should be supporting the next generation, but you're not for giving them free healthcare to make sure every single child is taken care of, and you're not for giving them all students, regardless of the financial means of their parents, all of them free school lunches. So no, sir, you're not pro-life. You're pro-forced
because that's
birth.
not what I said. I said meeting certain stipulations.
Yeah, so it has criteria, which means that you're not for all. I said all. All
Because
does not.
all
All
kids
means
don't
no
have the same
criteria.
home. They don't have the same circumstances.
Correct.
Some kids,
And guess
their
what?
parents
And guess
make
what?
well over
Mhm.
$500,000 a year. Don't need to get free food provided for them, but other kids might. And if
Oh
there's
no, sir. I
point
don't
in
think you
putting all
understand.
that extra
You have
money
there
for
is
all-
zero guarantee. There is absolutely zero guarantee that parents that make money actually feed their children. There have been studies performed on this that the majority of kids, the only meal that they get during Monday through Friday when they are going to school is the meal that they would get going to school. So based off this statistical data that we already have and the proven data that we already have, it is important to provide all kids free school lunches because even the people that make money are not always going to be statistically good parents or guarantee that their kids eat. I don't think you understand.
And that's why you have an
Anytime,
application and a review process where someone can go
and
through
the
that
only
and
thing
make
is that they're looking at is
determination.
how much money they make, sir. Are
then
they
they need to
going? Are
do a
you
better
saying
job reviewing the
so?
process.
So what you're saying is
Reset
that
the
now people
process,
need to
change
go
that
into
up.
their
'Cause what-
homes and evaluate what they do on a day-to-day basis, because if they know that they're going to their homes, sir, they're just going, if it's scheduled, they're just going to modify what they do to make it seem like they're good parents, and they'll probably also tell the kid, say anything and this will be the last meal you get, or something absolutely asinine. So when I say I'm an advocate for free school lunches for all children in pre-K through 12th grade, right? All kids. That's because I am taking into the societal awareness, like I have societal awareness that apparently you don't have, that again, they're not all parents, even those with money, are actually good parents that take care of their children. I'm here advocating for all of them to make sure that they all get the same benefits.
Right. And I'm advocating that same thing, that all children are taken care of. All I'm saying is
No, you're not.
have a review process. Yes, I am.
And
We
what's
have
that
a
review
review
process look
process.
at then? How are you going to make sure that even the wealthy parents, let's say that they just make $300,000 a year, how are you going to make sure that the $300,000 combined income parents are actually feeding their family of three?
Well, I would say the most obvious thing you do is when that child shows up to school, and if they don't have food, you feed them, and you note that down.
Oh, but that's
I'd
not
say
a part
that'd be
of,
the
but you
most
said it required
obvious
an
thing.
application. So what are you going to do
I
about
said a
this?
reviewment process.
Oh, okay. So
application,
you need to stop every
whole
single
thing.
child as soon as they walk into school and see that they have a lunchbox. Are we also looking in the lunchbox to make sure that it has food in it?
It's pretty obvious to tell when there's a group of 30 kids at a table and all of them are eating except for a handful. I think that would be pretty easy to determine. Don't
Do
you?
all schools require that kids stay at school when over their lunch breaks?
Most of them do, yes. I'd say well over the majority. If you want
No.
to talk about fringe examples, I'm sure you could find some, but I'd say the overwhelming majority is school lunches are in the cafeteria in a group setting, monitored by teachers. I think we could agree on that, right?
No.
Oh, you don't think that children at public schools eat in that cafeteria surrounded by faculty and teachers
No.
in the majority setting? You don't.
No.
Are you have access to a computer?
Dude,
Did you Google that real fast?
my hands aren't even on my keyboard.
Okay.
You're
well,
just making a
if you wanna
broad-based
concede to
assumption.
that,
It's going to
that's not
depend on
broad-based.
each.
I
It
feel
is.
like that's
It is.
pretty
It is.
factually
It is.
known to the
Nope.
majority of people in the country.
Yeah.
Have you never been to a high school? Have you never been to a middle school? Did you go to
Oh,
grade school?
yeah, sir.
Was
High
your
school and a middle
cafeteria
school.
at the school?
Oh, it
was
was.
it at the
But guess
school
what?
in a building surrounded by faculty and teachers? Yes or no?
No, I
In your
maybe saw one
experience.
teacher the entire time.
One
It
teacher the
wasn't
entire time.
surrounded by. It wasn't surrounded
teacher.
by teachers. You know what I could do when I was in high school? I could walk out that door. Teacher wouldn't ask me where I was going, and I could go wherever. I did not have to stay anywhere near the school. When I was in middle school, I could do the same damn thing, sir. Like, I don't like talking about anecdotal stories, but because you personally asked me that question, there's your answer. And guess what? I went to more than one middle school, so it wasn't the same. I went to the same exact high school. Okay, but
what
that's
you're
because
saying is there's
I'm
a
just
problem
giving you
with
an example.
understaffed public schools then?
No,
'Cause all
I
the
like
schools
how
I've ever
he's
been
changing
to,
this so
there's
much.
multiple teachers. I'm just saying, when I went to school, our grade had our teachers that were on duty, and
Good
they
for you. Not
supervised
everybody
the
does.
cafeteria.
Not
Most
every school
places
does.
are. The
Yeah, you are
majority
correct.
is. The
Schools are
majority is.
severely underfunded in this country. That is 1000% correct. Schools are severely underfunded within the United States of America. Guys, let's get to this next light goal in the next 20 minutes. Thank you. So if you don't understand that, right? But again,
That's
so
the
this
point
doesn't.
I just made, so I clearly understand it. That's the
You
point I made.
don't,
You're just
because-
saying it back. You said what I said, and I asked if I understood it, but keep going. That's exactly what I just said. Like,
No, you asked me, so are you saying that schools are underfunded in this country? And I said yes, and then I repeated it back to you. You didn't say, I believe that schools like schools are underfunded in this country. You asked, are you saying that schools are underfunded in this country? And then I said, yes, schools are severely underfunded in this country. Do you like?
No, I didn't ask
The
you, and I asked
short-term
you-
memory
I
is insane.
I
Anyways,
asked you
we
in a
did.
condescending tone. I said, "So you think schools are understaffed?" Which then you agreed with me. But I understand you didn't get the
That's
tone.
not an
Let's just
agreement.
Go back to,
That's
let's
not an
just go
agreement.
back to the original.
That's
we'll
not
go
an
back
agreement.
to the original point. We'll go back to
Does
the
he not
original
understand?
point. The
You don't
majority,
understand English. So again, let's be clear. You don't believe, this is why I say you're not pro-life. You do not believe that all children should have access, regardless of status. All children, right? There is no qualifier in there when I say all children. That is a very aware number, right? Or a very aware word, right? All is encompassing, right? All children deserve access to free school lunches and free health care in our country because they are the next generation and we need to take care of them. But because you say that it needs qualifications, right, on the free school lunches, then that means you're not pro-life because you're not actually supporting the next generation. And when I asked you about free healthcare for all and you just said no, there was no qualifications even to be had, so you actually don't even care about taking care of those that need the most help within our country. And we already know that because I'm sure you also support the one big beautiful bill that is also going to detrimentally affect children on Medicaid because you actually don't care about children. All you care about is the mythical supposed life that may or may not ever come to fruition within a woman's womb, that 100% of all pregnancies are 100% dangerous for all women all of the time, 100% of the time. You also don't seem to understand that. Another way that are you aware of, let's just use Texas as an example. Are you aware what the infant mortality rate has increased by in Texas since the overturning of Roe v. Wade and their trigger law went into effect?
You realize you hop around and make 5 arguments
Oh no,
for
sir.
one thing, right?
Yeah, that was a Gish Gallop, and that's okay. No, that was a Gish Gallop, and I understand that it was hard for you to understand it, but I made all of these points, and we went through and addressed each of them prior to circling back to the main topic. So it's not actually a Gish Gallop.
Answer one point, and you go off.
You
on
haven't
5
even
different
asked me
points
one.
And connect it to it. Remember when I asked you the majority question of schools have more than one teacher supervising them, and you will not concede to that?
No, all you asked me is, did you look that up? And I said no. I said my hands weren't even on my keyboard because they were on my phone.
Right, because I'm just trying to get.
You didn't ask me to look it up. You just said, did you look that up? And I said no. I was very clear. I answered it to you. No, dude. I don't know if the majority has it. Do you have some statistical data that says that every single, the majority of schools have multiple teachers in their cafeteria? This is your claim. That is your claim to provide evidence for me. It is not my job to source your points, okay? So now we can circle back because I've already answered your question. I'm not looking it up for you. You can feel free, Swarovski. You can feel free to look that up in your own time or provide evidence for a claim that you want to make. Now I want you to answer my question, going back to your original claim that somehow you're pro-life and you're pro the fetus in the womb, right? So let's be clear. Let's answer this one. Do you know what percentage Texas fetus mortality rate has increased since the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
No.
No? 13%.
What was it before?
You're breaking up.
What was it before it was overturned? How much did it increase?
It increased by 13%.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard you. So it increased 13%?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Do you want to know why it has increased by 13%?
Sure.
Because when you put restrictions on abortion where you have a heartbeat law where it says that abortions cannot occur after 6 weeks of pregnancy, once the heartbeat is detected, and even at that point, let's be clear, because the heart isn't even fully formed at 6 weeks, it's not actually a heartbeat. It's the electrical impulse signals going out to the machine. It's not actually a heartbeat. The heart isn't fully formed until 8 or 9 weeks, and then you can call it a heartbeat.
So when does life start, in your opinion, then?
Oh, this one's gonna blow your fucking mind.
I'm ready for it. When does it
Implantation.
begin? At conception?
Implantation.
Implantation? What is that? I'm sorry. I'm confused on what you're saying with that answer. You're gonna have to explain it to me.
Nah.
No? Okay, well then I guess continue with your other thing.
No, this just means that you're not educated enough to have this conversation.
I tell you that I think life starts at conception. You say implantation. When is implant?
Let's try this. Where does pregnancy occur in the body? Like, where is the fetus? Where does the egg get implanted by the sperm? Or fertilized, sorry. That's the correct word there. Where egg meets sperm where? Sperm meets egg where in a woman's body?
What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Implantation? So you're saying
No,
when the
I
sperm
said
meets
fertilize.
the egg?
I said fertilize. I already said that I said the wrong word originally, and then I corrected myself. Where does...
I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, I said,
Sorry.
Where does fertilization or conception occur in the body? Where does the sperm meet egg?
Never looked into it. I couldn't tell you.
Rosie got it right. Thank you.
I can't see Rosie.
Oh, no,
What did
because
Rosie
they're...
say?
I don't, like... Can you explain to me, like, what parts make up a woman's reproductive system?
I can explain to you that no matter when in the pregnancy, a woman cannot just decide
so
she
you
wants
don't
to kill
know
her child.
it's not killing a child. Where do you get this basis from?
At conception is when life is formed. It gets its own unique set of DNA, therefore it is a new life.
Okay.
So in my opinion,
so again,
you should not kill that life.
It's not killing anything. Okay. So let's try this.
Well, it's forming a new unique set of DNA. So what is that then? That's not life.
Oh no, sir. Like, I'm asking, where are you basing your morals?
Where am I basing my morals?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure if you, like I said originally, if you go to Google and you type in if life begins at conception, it'll tell you.
Oh, based off of, and what do they say about that? Was that their review of like where they polled scientists, right? The 5,000 scientists polled. Is that what you're referring to? Cool. So I'm going to help you out with something. I'm going to help you out with something. So when that poll was actually done, because people have to look at more than past just the AI overview, and they have to read past the abstract. What they actually said was that it is the start of cellular life. Not saying that that's actually when life begins, because if we look at cellular life, guess what? Grass outside is cellular life, sir. The water in here is technically a cellular life. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, germs on my water bottle are cellular life. The germs on your table are cellular life. Like,
Gotcha.
bacteria viruses are. So that's all they're saying.
When does that life then? Because I know that life.
I already gave you my answer. You just aren't understanding it.
So
no, it has the potentiality.
At what week? Is
it
that
has
2
the
weeks,
potentiality.
6 weeks?
Nope, you're still not. Yeah, Gina,
3
exactly.
months? I'm not sure when that is.
Yes, I know. It's difficult for you to understand. I understand it. This is why men that haven't done any understanding.
Conception.
And I gave you mine, but you didn't know what the word meant.
Men gave you the right to vote. Like, why would you not
There
want a
we
man's
are.
opinion?
There we are. There we are. That always comes out. There we are. There we are.
I just don't understand why you're being disrespectful towards a man's opinion. I can't have an opinion.
I can't be. Why
opinion.
am I being disrespectful to a man's opinion?
Yes.
Because of people like you, sir, that think that
think
somehow
I've been pretty
as a
respectful to you.
woman, that any woman needs to immediately respect a man.
No,
That
just
in and of
respect
itself.
anyone that you come in contact with, not just a man or a woman. Just
Oh no, you
general
just
respect
basically
for
said
people
that.
around you.
No, you said men gave me the right to have a voice, the right to vote, etc. So why am I not showing you as a man respect? So I should immediately bow down to you, sir? Is that what you're looking
No,
for?
no,
Is
no.
that your
No,
kink?
you took it
Listen,
the-
I
you
don't
took it the
kink
wrong
shame,
way.
but I will kink judge.
You definitely took it the wrong way.
Sir, you are not my Lord and Savior.
Okay, that's not what I was saying at all. All I was saying
I'm just helping you
is
out, man. You
men
deserve no
can have an
respect from me.
opinion
Oh, I didn't
on
say
the
that you
thing.
couldn't have an opinion, but opinions are kind of like assholes where everyone has one, and I don't have to actually validate your opinion. So I think, again, what you're missing, do I need to go back to implantation and kind of explain to you how any part of the process works?
yeah,
Because
just please,
can you
just
tell
tell me
me,
when that
let's
is.
try this again. Well, but first of all, I need to help you. I need you to help me out with something, okay?
Sure.
What are the body parts in a woman that make up the reproductive system? I'll give you a hint. You should have learned this in 7th grade.
Why don't you just tell me exactly
Oh, can you name
during the
3
pregnancy when it
parts?
is?
Can you name 3 parts of a woman's reproductive system?
I'll do that as soon as you tell me.
Oh no, it's okay. 3 parts of a woman's reproductive system. Let's go. And I want the actual anatomy terms. Let's go.
So is that at 3 months, 6 months, 8 months?
No,
If you
so
don't wa-
if
if
you
you
want
don't wanna
my, I've
talk about-
already told you what I said. It's implantation. That's when life begins, in my opinion. But I think that it does not matter from implantation up until the point of viability, because that's when a fetus has the potentiality to survive outside the womb. Now,
Okay, so viability.
No,
So
I've
that's okay.
asked you
No,
this question. I answered
I'm
mine.
not talking about
No,
anatomy.
I
I'm
gave
talking
no.
about
I've asked you this already. Okay, so anatomically,
it's not prevalent to the point we're talking about.
List 3 parts of a woman's reproductive system. It is.
List
This is
3
proving.
Transformers. Go. List 3 Transformers. Go.
Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. What's the bad guy's name? Megalodon. Whatever.
The Transformers,
Starscream.
not the
There we go.
Decepticons. Not the
Do they not
Decepticons.
transform?
Nice try.
Do they not transform?
2 different things.
Do they
Follow
not
the lore.
transform?
So anyway.
Megatron.
So
all of the
when
primes.
it's-
Anyways,
when
so
it's viable.
that was really weird. Anyways, so let's go.
Well,
So
that's
let's
what
try
I'm
this
saying.
again.
That's what
I
I
need you to list me. I've asked you like this one. Three parts of a woman's body that makes up the reproductive system. Thank you, Nelly. I would hang up too. Okay. All right, so maybe he'll come back to watch the stream as I'm finishing it up. Implantation is when the fertilized egg goes into the uterus, hopefully, and implants, which gives the ability for a fetus to live and grow, or to start growing. You know what I mean? To start forming and whatnot. Phone lines are back open. Thank you, JQ, for the $1.99. Thank you, Jay, for the how's it going $4.99 chat. Appreciate you. Gabby said half of her high school would eat lunch off campus. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am here.
How old are you? And yes, Gina, I agree.
I am 48 years old. One of the younger Gen Xers.
All right. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. Do you still support him?
Yes, for the same reason I voted for him.
Great job, Danny. I'm glad you listed 5. Okay, so that would be funny, Satan. Okay. Why are you still, your main reason that you're still supporting Trump?
I'm pretty black-pilled on all politics and politicians, but I like how disruptive he is. The reason I voted for him to begin with, I've never been a Republican, American Constitution Party, but I liked how panicky the establishment got just how hard they went after him. And any hope that I had that he would follow through on some of the bigger stuff that he promised, like, doing away with, say, Department of Education, et cetera.
Oh, so you don't care about children. Got it.
Well, I love children. I just think that
No, you
government
don't.
tends to screw up everything that it touches. So I think it's inefficient. Like, I looked at the a budget item under the Department of Education, I think about 2006 or so, and it turns out it was just going into some slush fund project at a university, a construction project that hadn't been worked on sincerely in 10 years. So, it's the corruption that bothers me. I don't equate the Department of Education with education of children. I think there's better ways to do it than, government-funded stuff or, there has to be some kind of competition there and quality standards that are upheld that the government just hasn't proven to be particularly good at.
I always wonder why anyone, right, supports dismantling an entire system instead of reshaping the system as it exists. Why should we take apart the entire system with nothing backed up to replace it? Because the majority of public schools get a lot of their funding from the Department of Education. The Department of Education does not set curriculum. If the Department of Education actually set curriculum, right, and said like, hey, we teach this on XYZ schedule, then we wouldn't have states that are so far apart on the most educated scale, right, or like the most successful systems in our like education systems within our country, to where Massachusetts and New Jersey are number 1 and 2. If we were going to make everything the same, if everybody wanted the same thing taught across the board, then what we should actually do is federalize that, and we should model after Massachusetts and New Jersey's education programs, because they have, not only are they 1 and 2 the highest in the United States, but they make up the top 20 in the entire fucking world, sir.
Yeah, well, and that's fantastic. But in to my reckoning, we shouldn't say, okay, we're not gonna. I don't want to point the federal gun at everybody and then say now, okay, every single last one of you is going to be doing what Massachusetts does. I like the idea of the multiple states doing multiple things, and what works and what doesn't, and then let the chips fall where they may. If the people in each state are not smart enough to look at Massachusetts and figure out why is Massachusetts doing so well, and how can we do this, and then they can't execute on it, then as far as I'm concerned, let the chips fall where they may.
So you're not for equal opportunity in this country.
Equal opportunity. I'm for equal rights, right? So I want each state to be able to decide how to educate their own children, right? So
that's not equal rights.
Equal opportunity sounds good, but
that's a good point. Ali says then every state should be its own country.
Yeah, well, it's in the word. They originally were part of they were essentially their own countries.
They were colonies.
The idea of the federation is, well, yeah, but after the Revolutionary War. But that was the thing after Thurgood Marshall said after the Civil War that the Constitution actually did not survive. That all of the various states were now under kind of an artificial union. They're not truly independent nations of their own, but I certainly would like to see a return to that sort of thing. But yeah, the whole idea of trying to get everyone to homogenize, it sounds good. Would love it, but not all systems are created equal, and the more you try to impose a single standard on a very diverse population and frankly very diverse cultures, the more you get people slipping through the cracks. It's the more people can't be self-deterministic about it. And like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I homeschooled my children. I saw you had a Denver number. I'm from Colorado as well. We got a real good homeschool
Yeah, I saw the
system.
area code.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm from Pueblo though. I'm not from Denver.
I saw the area code.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but long story short, I do like how disruptive he is. Now, as far as the mechanisms of how he goes about doing things and stuff like that,
you said you liked how disruptive he was, but I think my biggest point is the reason why other countries rank ahead of us in their education system is because it is uniformed. Because every child is getting the exact same level of education across the board, and it's not based off of what state you live in and how rich your state is, right? So like Massachusetts and New Jersey have no reason being the number one top two states in the entire country, and then states like Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Alabama are the bottom ones. Like, the significant difference right there, right, is going to be red versus blue. We see that blue states typically do way better on the education scale than the red states. We do have exceptions to that, like California. I believe they're in the bottom 10. If I remember correctly, I don't have it pulled up right now, but if I remember correctly, they're in the bottom 10. But that is because they have a lot of poor counties, and it's a huge state, and they don't have schools in all of their rural areas. So kids are already undermined by the fact that they have to travel so far to get to school. And what we're going to see with defunding the DOE is that the school bus system is going to kind of start going away. Like, people really don't understand how detrimental it's going to be when we don't have a system already in place ready to take over the DOE. It does make it.
I understand, but I would be under like transportation of students. If we're going to socialize that particular system, I would be more inclined to do a general socialization of transportation, right? So like England has their rail system that's subsidized by the government. Now our Amtrak system is as well. However, I think the departmentalization of a lot of this stuff is one of the reasons that it functions so inefficiently. Like in engineering, the more moving parts there are, the more things are to go wrong. So if we were to socialize, and I'm not necessarily a fan of that, but if we were to do so and take it on a joint effort, I would definitely like to see a broader scale kind of brush paint across that particular canvas.
Cool. Can I just
not necessarily focused on students, but the population as a whole.
Cool. Can I actually pick out what you just said? Okay, you said the more moving parts there are, the more likely it is to break.
Yeah.
Or something to go wrong.
As an engineering concept, yeah. That's an engineering concept, not necessarily a social concept, but yeah. Go ahead.
And you don't see how this is a contradiction to what you just said? So the more moving parts there is, the greater chance it has to break. That's exactly the issue with our 50 states, sir, in our education department. If it was actually centralized and it was governed by the actual federal government and had the same standards across the board, that's not more moving parts, sir. That's less. In fact, now we just have where it's an individual state basis brought down to the level of the county, right, where the school board department in every single county that breaks up there, right? So now these are all tiny little moving parts that go back up to the state government, and they're all failing, and you're letting them fail instead of letting it be, because they're all choosing different ways to teach their curriculum, different ways to teach their students. So now, if we actually put it at the federal level and we had a requirement for them to meet all of these same standards across the board, and I'm not talking about standardized testing because I think that's actually kind of silly, but let's be clear, then that's actually going to meet the standards that you're saying are from an engineering standpoint. We're going to have fewer moving parts because then everyone has the same level. Everyone is expected to learn the same way, to be taught the same way. I don't understand if you're saying that you're coming from an engineering standpoint. I don't know if you are. You do not have to answer yes or no. Then how you don't see that, how that would fix the issue, and it would actually be fewer moving parts in the machine.
I love what you're saying. All right. So here's my idea of how I would make that happen. Right. So you have a federal standard that applies to everyone. You have to teach your kids how to read, write, do mathematics, etc., and they have to meet these particular standards. When they graduate, like assigning that to particular ages gets dicey because every individual learns differently. But having an overarching standard for everyone to shoot for is fine with me. And here's where the moving parts come into it. I'm also fine with every single county, even every single city, every single neighborhood deciding how they teach their children. So the moving parts where it relates to individual families are going to be very simple because it doesn't go beyond their own neighborhood or beyond their own city where they have influence in their lives, right? So this whole idea of the Department of Education funding and managing and holding all of these, even states to account for standards, the broader you get with that particular application, the more inefficient and corruptible it becomes. The smaller you make those particular machines, the fewer moving parts there are in relation to the individual family. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well? So I love the idea of having the overarching standard because I was telling my wife when I was talking to her, I think the biggest problem that I have with all these education statistics is that they're all comparative. You know, it's like, okay, so Massachusetts, New Jersey, they have the best compared to everyone else, and America has this compared to other people. It's like, well, what are the hard numbers that we're putting up? Like, okay, so Colorado, I remember, falls squarely in the middle of all that, and we're still graduating people from schools that can't read at 8th grade level. You know, like we're so there's the overall product isn't good enough. That's why I'm in favor of a strict standard like the one that you're describing. That honestly, I'd probably be okay with setting those standards for on the national level. Hey, let's get every single student to this particular deal. But then, honestly, people are better running their lives and educating the children, I think, than the government is, depending on the person, I guess. But yeah.
Not everybody has the ability to homeschool their kids, sir. That's not everybody does, yeah, because that requires a lot of financial stability to be able to run off of a one-income household. It just requires a lot, and so like I understand that you're speaking from a place of privilege, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, let's be clear. That I'm not saying that to be a bad thing. Okay. No, it's not.
I got you.
In this case, but you are
definitely. Yeah, I'm a trucker and I was a pizza delivery driver for the time that my kids were being homeschooled. So and we got by on very little. So yeah, I'm not coming from a place of wealth, but it's certainly privilege in that we had a very stable household, and my wife and I are both, higher percentile competency. Yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying. That's the eternal conundrum, isn't it? Like, okay, it's fine. Like my libertarian friends, they don't like the fact that I believe as much in government as I do. But that's the thing. It's like you have to have some kind of backup. You have to have some kind of net to catch people that can't do it on their own. Like there's, God bless them, some people that have tried to homeschool their kids that I've known that, I basically told them, like, you should probably put your kids in school. You guys, it was, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, I'm not sold one way or the other. I just think that the federal government itself is way too involved in people's lives. I've far
They're
more power into. Well, I mean, everybody's concerned about Trump. I think the president should be almost irrelevant in our lives. I think the president should be handling the military, doing diplomacy, and
I would love for that
staying
to
out of everybody's
happen, but
business.
the president keeps
Yeah.
doing stupid shit, so we don't have that option.
Yeah, and yes, I mean, but it's been that way since the 1950s when U.S. Steel started to use the federal government to shut down all of the smaller steel plants and stuff like that. That's why I say the federal government getting involved in individual people's lives. It's like yes, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and as like I said, I'm pretty black-pilled on the whole thing. I don't have a whole heck of a lot of hope for Trump. Literally the only reason that I still support him is just how disruptive he is to the federal apparatus.
Yeah, and accelerationist, because that's what you would fall in at this point if you just are here for the disruption. Unfortunately, all accelerationists don't care about individuals as a whole, right? You are here to basically wait and see the destruction of the system as it stands currently, and that's what you're here for, which I don't agree with, because the system as it stands currently, even as flawed as it can be, a lot of the time, doesn't mean that it needs to just implode or go to shit or anything like that. Like, so what Wendell had said, and thank you again, Wendell, for the 10, said, how can people support chaos? With attitudes like what I have heard here, chiefly amongst a certain demographic, we are responsible for the dismantlement of the government to our own detriment. And he thinks that's sad. And I agree. So, like, just the way that you're talking, sir, like, and I'm trying not to be offensive here, and I hope I don't. It's just, it doesn't do anyone any good. It might do yourself some good, and that's fine. But you're lacking in empathy for other people or the people as a whole. You're saying down with the system, basically, right? And I don't think that that's a good thing. He's disruptive to the system as it stands. He's disrupting it. He's disrupting it. He's disrupting it. Disruption isn't good. We are embarrassing on the world stage right now. The United States of America is an embarrassment. One of the things that I had up on my screen way at the beginning of this was the fact that, let me see if it's not on this one. Oh yeah, here we go. That there was a leader meeting, right? Like a world leader talks, okay? Where there was supposed to be a prospect for an in-person summit with Donald Trump and Xi Jinping in China. And the president of China is literally making the president of the United States sit on his ass and wait. He won't call him back. They're being very lax. They're not even trying, and he's purposely making Donald Trump wait, which shows a lack of respect. So for everybody that wants to say that Donald Trump is being respected by all these world leaders, he's not. He's making an ass out of our country. So the fact that you are here for disruption is just ridiculous, because right now, the United States just looks ridiculous on a world stage. We're not doing ourselves any favors. The disruption is not doing us any favors.
I would say that my overall
I'm okay, dude.
Outlook,
it's fine. Go back to Pueblo.
Is
I should have asked him if he knew what Pueblo meant. It means town. Sorry, random tidbit. I bet he doesn't like immigrants either, and he's living in a town named in Spanish. Thanks you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am actually.
Soroski, it's Spanish. Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Actually, no, and I'm very proud of it, actually. The reason why...
I agree, man. Thank you. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
It it probably does, CJ. Okay, and do you still support him?
Yes, I do.
What's your main reason why?
Well, because I don't like transvestites. I hate them, and I hate gay people
Hmm.
and black people.
TikTok, that was unfortunately for educational purposes only. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Do you still
And the
support him?
reason I support him. The reason I support him is because, I heard you say he's not strong on the world stage. I think it's actually the exact opposite.
Then why
A
can't
lot
he
more
actually get a meeting with Xi Jinping?
I think a lot more countries respect us and think that we have a much more serious and strong leader.
Oh, is that why
under
that
Trump.
Donald Trump has phone calls with Putin like every week, and Donald Trump thinks that Putin is actually moving towards some kind of peace deal with Ukraine, and then he's hearing from his wife Melania that actually every time after one of the phone calls, Russia performs an escalated attack on Ukraine, and more civilians are dying in the country of Ukraine. Does that sound like Putin respects him, and Donald Trump says that Putin is respecting him?
Well, I saw multiple interviews of Putin saying that he respects Trump and that Biden was the reason that a lot of tensions were happening between
Is
America
it
and
a
Russia.
show of respect again if you're on the phone with Donald Trump and saying, "Yeah, we're going to move towards a peace deal, man. We got this. We're going to move towards a peace deal," right? And then either the same night or the next day, mass drone strike and killing 12 civilians, including children.
Okay.
Does that sound like respect to you? Yes or no?
Yes, I think Putin really respects
That's
Trump
respectful?
No, I think you're over exaggerating. And another reason why I support Trump is because he deports people like Mahmoud Khalil, who's a terrorist sympathizer and refuses to denounce Hamas. And
Hamas is ass. There we go.
For how many he has refused, you always take Mahmoud Khalil's back. He's a fucking terrorist sympathizer.
No, he's not.
And it seems like you sympathize.
All right, what did I just say?
Well.
Hi. I know your ears were probably closed, but what did I just say? I said Hamas is what word?
Okay.
What did I just say? No. Repeat after me. Repeat after.
Oh,
okay. So then how on earth, guest, how on earth, caller, are you then going to say, it's okay, dude, I got news for you. When you try to overtalk me, they literally can't hear you because I have this microphone. So let's try this again. So how on earth are you going to make a claim at me after I clearly denounced a terrorist organization and you try to say that I somehow support them? Explain that real quick. Explain that real quick in less than 2 sentences. Go.
Okay.
That's 1 sentence.
How you support Hamas is because you support Mahmoud Khalil, who literally is a Hamas sympathizer. He's a fucking terrorist.
Oh, got it. So you still can't answer the question. Okay, buddy. So listen, nobody can hear you right now. So I advise that you don't try to talk, okay? Because literally no one can hear you right now while I'm actively talking at this moment. No, it's literally just because I'm tired of you right now. So, yeah, you're right, Racers. He is a huge fan. If he listens to me, like, he's been waiting to call my stream. I talked about Mahmoud Khalil, like, an hour and more ago. Like, let's be clear. So, there is no proof of that, sir. There is no proof of that, sir. There is no proof of that. No proof. Show me proof. Oh, all you got is yelling. Is that all you got? Buddy, do you need a chill pill? Oh, because he was ambushed? He was ambushed by media? He was ambushed by the media? Okay. He was ambushed. Okay. Bro, I just put you on a timeout. Let's see if he's calmed down. Have you calmed down? Okay. Are you good, buddy? Did you take a breath? You okay? It's actually not even muting. That's the funny part. It's not even muting you, actually. Are you okay? I mean, if you don't stop yelling in my ears, it's kind of hard. Oh, really? They're not. They're the same as the... We're done with that. I'm just saying, dude, like, people think that somehow they can talk over me and that you literally can't. Sorry. He definitely can't calm down. Okay. So now to explain what I was saying, right, is that, again, he was ambushed with his first time being able to leave detention to go see his wife that had just given birth to their child, right? And that's what he was doing, right? So he was ambushed while leaving detention by reporters yelling at him. And mind you, most reporters don't ask one by one questions. Like, they don't. They yell them all in one go, regardless of what side you're on. They all do it, including the Democrats. Like, fucking hell. They probably do it more than the Republican-based propagandists, okay? Well, I'm being very clear, all right? So, what, again, like, when you're leaving detention and your wife just had a kid, because that's what he was leaving to try to do, was go see his newborn baby, okay? And you're being yelled at by reporters asking a question and you say no comment, that doesn't mean that you're not actively not denouncing something. You have no comment. That's what that means. So glad your reasoning is there. I mean, I know it's not. No, Chelsea, it's not.
No, Chelsea, it's not.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I am 42.
All right. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Do you still support him?
I do.
What's your main reason why?
Because every time I try to not support him, like he'll do something really bad, and then I'll hear someone on the wacko left say something really insane and go, okay, so as bad as Trump is, and he's not good, he's definitely bad. He's not near as bad as the far left. Hello?
So you let other people control your emotions?
No, but think about it.
No.
Okay, all right.
Do I need to explain what I mean by that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you allow someone else's words or rhetoric, and this includes myself for everybody else, okay, that's watching, okay. If you allow someone else's words, so like if I gave you just like this horrible insult, and I'm not going to, but if I gave you this horrible insult, but you, throughout all of this, let's say you were going to vote for, I don't know, let's just say Bernie Sanders. Sorry. Bernie Sanders. And all of a sudden, because I said I also support Bernie Sanders, and I yelled this horrible insult. All right? You're bad, you're a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. And now you're saying that you're no longer voting for Bernie Sanders. You're going to vote for... Oh, gosh. Ted Cruz. All right? Mm-hmm. If my words are going to immediately sway your opinion, then yes, sir, you don't have strong emotional fortitude. If someone individual's words are going to immediately sway your opinion that viscerally, that you're going to go in the opposite when you say that, oh, I know he's done bad things, and then I hear this crazy thing being said by the far left, right? Then yes, you don't have strong emotional fortitude. And I'm not trying to say that to be insulting. I've heard this a lot, that somehow people, someone will say something to, and then they've changed their, like, just one person said one thing and they changed their vote, which doesn't make any sense to me, because that means that people aren't thinking independently of themselves. They're like, again, you don't have the ability to have independent or comprehensive thoughts.
Explain? Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I'm talking
That is true, Chelsea. I would love for you to say, like, what did the far left say exactly?
Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay. So a few weeks ago, Trump, the big horrible bill, and I'm not going to call it beautiful. It's a horrible bill. In his campaign, he promised not to cut Medicaid. He cut Medicaid. I don't like that, because one of the reasons I voted for him was because he promised on multiple occasions. He even one point said, "Why do you keep asking me?" I said, "No, I'm not going to cut Medicaid." So that was one of the reasons I voted for him. But then I go on YouTube and I'm watching news stories about the trans indoctrination of kids. And I'm like, that's even worse. So
let me guess. Can I ask really quickly? Just really quickly.
Yes.
News stories. From what news source?
Oh God, who was it? It was a right-wing news source, but they were showing clips of the actual person talking. But
no. Let me be clear. I just want to be clear, guys. When it came to the 2024 election, there was not a singular candidate, like large name candidate, including Kamala Harris, that actually said anything. Did not bring up transgender rights at all. Didn't bring them up.
No.
She didn't bring them up at all.
Right.
Instead, the Republican Party ran a $215 million negative ad campaign to denigrate a 1% of the United States population, which, newsflash, that's still 3.46 million people in the United States of America, have now been put down by one section of the United States, one political party. And no one's being indoctrinated, sir. That's the let me rephrase. The only people that are doing indoctrination in this country are the fucking churches.
Okay, let me say something. Because I watched Kyle Kalinske, and he made the same point you just made. You're right. No candidate did, but they didn't have to. It was all over TikTok, all over YouTube, so anyone who would go on these platforms would hear about this stuff all the time. The candidates didn't have to do it. Kyle made the same
because the Republicans put it in your face. That just means that, again, you're showing that you're weak emotionally because you're so gullible to believe that's just because someone on the right is claiming and showing a video of what? I'm guessing the teacher that was showing her trans flag that she had in the classroom. I'm guessing you're referring to that, but didn't actually say, hey, you have to be trans. You, boy, are now a little girl. She didn't say that to kids. That would be indoctrination. Indoctrination would be telling them you have to believe this. Just like when you go to church and people are telling you have to believe in God because the prophet Muhammad said so. Sorry, that was totally wrong. Moses said so. You can't eat pork because Moses said so. That's indoctrination, sir. No one's going up to kids in schools and saying, hey, little boy, you're now a girl. Hey, Jessica, you're now John. No one is doing that. You are gullible. You have, I'm sorry, like, you have low emotional fortitude to the point where you're letting these things. I'm not your sweetie. Like, I mean, I am sweet, but not to you.
It's a figure of speech.
I'm also from the South. So, and it's also used to denigrate specifically in the South. Like, let's be for real.
Okay, but hold on. Let me ask you something, though. When you have teachers asking kindergartners what their gender pronouns are, can we just let kids be kids for a little while?
No one does that,
That's
sir.
All I'm saying. And hold on.
Do you think that there are not androgynous children?
Oh, absolutely. And
do you think that there are not? Do you think that non-binary names exist or gender-neutral names exist?
Of course they do.
Oh, okay, so Jamie goes both ways, correct?
You mean Jamie could be for a boy or a girl?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you have two kids named Jamie, but you can't tell what gender they are looking at them, and you ask them, hey, which one are you? What do you go by? So by saying that, oh, I go by, I'm a boy or I'm a girl, that's somehow detrimental. I would love for you to provide me. I would love for you to provide me a central, unbiased news source that tells me that there are teachers in kindergarten classrooms asking individual children for their pronouns, sir.
I can't. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, so you are gullible and you bought into a lie.
Sweetie, all of us are gullible. We all buy into whatever the politicians tell us.
No, I do my research. Let me try. I tried this with another guest. Let me try it with you real quick. Can you give me 3 central news programs, news sources, news report
Non-biased
sources?
or biased?
Central. Center means that they are not left and they are not right. Center. Can you list 3?
I don't really watch. I watch left-wing sources and right-wing, but I don't really know of any censor sources, to be honest with you.
This is why I tell people I read my news and I don't watch.
And who you might consider centrist, I may not, or vice versa.
No, dude, it's not just what I consider to be centrist, is that we have provable facts and evidence that shows that they are. What I would encourage you to start doing is there are a couple of different websites you can use. I highly encourage, and hey, sponsorship please, Ground News is a fantastic source that's going to tell you the bias rating of every single article that's reporting on this particular subject. And it's also going to tell you if they're leaning left, leaning right, and then their factuality rating. You also have media bias checker that's also going to tell you where they are ranking based off of using specific words that we see in far left, like far left media, far right media, to rank them and determine out of an AI system whether or not that they are left or right or they are center, right? And then you also have all media bias, right? Like there are, so let me even just pull up the chart, media bias chart.
Okay, while you're doing that, can I
doesn't take me
for a second and ask you a question?
Okay. I really like
Why
you don't actually. I can't believe that you actually listen to anyone that's not, you know. So let's see. Center. We have BBC News. Surprisingly, the Christian Science Monitor, Forbes, The Hill, Market Watch, News Nation, Newsweek, Reason, Reuters. SAN, which is Straight Arrow News, and the Wall Street Journal, specifically their news, not their opinions.
Okay, then I watched News Nation and The Hill. I considered them to be right and left. I didn't think they were non-biased. So
opinion pieces, you have to make sure that you're not looking at opinion pieces, right? Because opinion pieces are going to be leaning one way or the other.
Okay, but can I ask you something, though? It's on a whole different topic. My ADHD is kicking in, but I need to know your opinion.
Sure, we'll try. Yeah, I know, surprisingly,
okay.
CJ, but...
Another reason why I voted for Trump, and I would say this started around the time Obama was president. Not blaming Obama, I'm blaming society. See, growing up in the 90s, most people didn't care what someone else's political views were. I had friends who were right, left, didn't matter, right? Everyone was okay with everyone's political opinions. I dated women that were right and left. It didn't matter. Around the time Obama got elected, we started being real separate.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I've noticed that, no, because like from people, for example, I was watching a video the other day.
What year? Just out of curiosity, what year do you think the shift actually occurred?
I would say halfway in Obama's presidency. I don't know how, when, or why, but I would say about halfway. But no, look, I was watching.
So would you maybe say 2011?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
So listen. So I was watching a video the other day, and a dude went to a Trump rally with a Harris shirt on. And they were like, hey, that's okay. We can still be friends. Come on over. We'll talk about it. And then he went to a Harris rally with a Trump shirt on. Oh, you racist, you Nazi, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I'm sure that really happened, yeah.
Dude, I can show you I can send you the video.
No, I'm good, man. Because I don't believe you,
but
for
the point
one.
if I showed you the video, you would see it with your eyes. You wouldn't have to believe
and
me.
guess
Well, it
what?
is.
I've seen multiple videos of individuals running around wearing like MAGA shirts and then having machetes in their hands to cut up Harris Walsh flags. Like, no, sir. No, sir.
And that's stupid too. I would denounce that also.
Yeah.
But the point
I
is,
don't
we have
believe
we have a society now where the left have become.
Do you know what happened in 2011?
What's that?
Donald Trump started questioning the nationality of Barack Obama.
So you think that's what started the two sides to be so separate and unwilling to be around each other?
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry. Like, I'm at the end of my stream, like, and see somebody else in the comments is going, he's from Kenya. No, he's not. And yes, Jeremy, I agree. Restoration of constitutional minimum, not total dissolution. But that's what's happening with our president. Like, all right, I'm trying to fix the sizing of this real quick, so bear with me, guys. Like, I don't know. People are, like... Oh, you arranged one, Nicolin, today? And somebody else says he's from Africa. You see, like, it's just like the one caller that's like, he was a part of the collusion. Like, no, he wasn't. You guys are just trolls. Just absolute trolls. Anyways, TikTok, don't go anywhere. I gotta mute real quick. Be right back. Don't leave. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for... I don't know if it was on the bingo, but it might have been, Lizzie. You'd have to check. Thanks, Pinwell, for saying it was a good stream. So, anyways, YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and end for the night. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Do something fun with your time. I'll see you guys at some point tomorrow. If you want to know exactly when I will be on, I suggest that you join my Discord. It's in the link tree in my bio. You have checks to come in, okay? And I try to let everybody know when I'm going to be on. So y'all have a great night. Thank you so much.